Hello, this is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your healing message for 2021. But realistically, whenever this whenever you click on the video and it resonates is, I guess, when you'll need it. But I'm going to lay out 3 spreads. The top spread is going to be you, maybe areas of your life you need to work on. The second spread is going to be love and relationships, and then the third spread is going to be career and finance. And then when I'm done, I will perform like a freestyle for you guys. So let's see what God, angels, and universe has for you. Nice. Oh, happy family. Nice, 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 nice. Whew, that Leo pride, right? Pride meaning, you know, ego, but then pride also meaning pack and family. And I'm hearing intuitively protection, and I feel like Leos are happiest in a pack. You guys are happiest around family. You guys feel comfortable. I mean, you turn into that purring lion when you are amongst people that you trust and that you're absolutely comfortable with. So I would say to you, definitely Leo, whether it is your biological blood family or, you know, family by, you know, other mothers and other fathers, definitely bring more people into your life that you can rely on and count on, and who will happily want to be there for you. I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, that may be a key piece of your life and lifestyles that you're missing, right? Not necessarily people you can trust, because I don't even know what that is anymore, but just people who you can rely on and you can count on. What I'm also hearing as well is protection, people who will protect you and, you know, speak through you, meaning speak life into you versus taking life from you. Okay, the next card is action. Nice. You have happy family and action. I feel like there are some people who actually want to get closer to you, want to get to know you, but, you know, your pride and, you know, that Leo ego, you may not necessarily be allowing them in. Not only that, but you do see the 2 stallions here, you know, one black, one white. That just kind of says to me that, you know, I'm hearing actions must mirror or match words, right? As in they're in sync, right? But also at the same time, they're opposites as well. So what I'm also getting from that too, I'm definitely thinking about the strength card in the tarot, where you have the beauty and the beast, or the beast and the angel. I do kind of feel like for you, Leo, definitely having this happy family around you will help balance you more. And also, again, just kind of quote unquote soften you, right? Not only that, but with the action card here sitting next to happy family, that says to me too, if you have a beautiful family support system around you, you can pretty much do anything. Ooh, deceit is the last card that comes out. This has everything to do with trust. You know, it's easy to be like, I don't trust people, but a lot of people don't realize that they don't trust themselves. You know what I mean? They don't trust themselves to protect themselves. They don't trust themselves to keep them out of harm's way. They don't trust themselves to not get hurt in certain situations. And the deceit here for me is almost like your shield, why you won't allow yourself to get close to certain people, right? Now, at the end of the day, people are deceitful, point blank, period. Like, you know, like Maya Angelou says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them, right? So I do kind of feel like, especially, and this could be family as well, as what I'm getting, is that the reason why for a lot of you guys you're not closer to your family is because you can't trust them. But like I said to you before, that doesn't have to be your blood family. It could be, you know, best friends, people you went to school with, people you met at a job or work or whatever the case is, right? What I'm also hearing too is that there are certain people around you, especially in your family, who do not want to see you shine. They don't, you know. What I'm also getting to is I feel like, Leo, you know who these people are, but for some reason you still continue to give them your energy. Remember, guys, the purpose of this line here is to basically kind of like better you and help you to rid some negative or old baggage so you can basically start manifesting better and manifesting more positive things in your lifestyle. So if you have deceitful people around you, I know especially I could hear some of you saying, yes, I despise that. And I'm in agreement with you. But I do kind of feel like there are people in broad daylight who are very deceitful, but for some reason, Leo, you may be keeping them in your life, you know, that toxic energy. It could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your uncle, like, but you keep them around or you keep interacting with them. And I'll be the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth one to tell you, I don't care if they're blood, if they're toxic, get rid of them. Okay, just advice. Last card here is 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. Ooh wee. And guess what? It's sitting here next to the deceit card. So that kind of says to me, I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you probably did have a family member who is very deceitful. God forbid they did something or violated you in some way, shape, or form. And to an extent, that's what keeps you from connecting with people and allowing people in and trusting yourself enough to trust people. And, you know, definitely, again, this action card says that you have to put some kind of foot forward to remove yourself from this deceitful energy, from this false family, this toxic family, and allow Archangel Raphael and other healing angels to come in to help you heal so that you can get to the point where you are happy in a family. Hell, I had to give birth to my family, okay? I'm the youngest of 5, but I had to give birth to the people I trust the most, okay? So it could also be you, again, building your own family as well, and that happy family could mean that as well as that some of you guys may be interested in starting your own family, okay? So now we're going to look at love and relationships and see what God, angels, and universe has there for you, Leo. This one wanted to fall out. Unrequited love. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now here's why. Because I do kind of feel like there's some sort of block, right? There's some sort of mental, emotional, psychological block that you have going on, Leo. Again, that's keeping you from connecting, trusting, allowing people in. Now, there's some of y'all who will be like, well, Alex, I'm already in my relationship and I love my man, I love my woman. And I will simply say to you, Leo, I don't doubt that at all. But how trusting are you with that person that you love? And how much or how close do you allow them in to your sacred space of, you know, the core of who you are, your sensibility, your vulnerability, the core of who you are, your inner self, you know? So the unrequited love says to me, yeah, you love your person's eyeballs off, but do you trust them with your love? Or do you, you know, it's almost like you're loving them 100% mentally. But to me, I would say to you, do you love them 100% emotionally? Or do you love them 100% psychologically? So unrequited love to me just means that there is a love that is missing from your relationship. Okay? And for a lot of you guys, you're with somebody already. And like I said, you love them, but you don't trust them. Sorry, that just came to me. It's like you love them, but you don't trust them. Next card is attraction. Yes. You keep attracting the same thing. I feel like for some of you guys, maybe all of 2020, you kept attracting the same thing. And attraction is here with it's almost like this is you. This is your love life, right? And your love life is just built off of who you are. So for a lot of you guys, you keep attracting people who love you a little bit or love you partially. They don't give you 100% of themselves. I'm not going to repeat or play like a broken record, but perhaps it is because you're not necessarily comfortable with loving someone wholly and completely yourself. I love it. I love it. I love it for you, Leo. Let go of control issues. And look at that right under deceit, right? Look at that right under deceit. What does that mean? Okay, that a lot of you will be like, no, I ain't trying to control the situation. And we'll say to you, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. If you have expectations, honey, you're trying to control it. Okay? If you have ideas of gender roles, honey, you're trying to control it. If you say to me, oh, I want somebody like this, honey, that's controlling it. Okay? Letting go of control issues and being non-controlling is like, all right, God, angels, universe, whatever you give me, I'll be happy with. Thank you. That's by the way, is an example of releasing control or having no control. It's just like opening yourself up completely. There's that thing again. But opening yourself up completely to be loved wholly. And I do feel like mentally, Leo, you want to be loved wholly, but for a lot of you, in all honesty, you don't know what to do to make that happen. And I will simply say to you, it has everything to do with trusting, right? Learning to trust yourself first. I don't care about other people. I don't. If I trust myself, then I know that I'll be able to detect mistrust in anybody else. Okay? Because I trust me to make the right decision. Okay? So I just kind of feel like, again, it's like you're in it a little bit. Card at the bottom is stay optimistic about your love life. I love that for you too. I hear somebody saying, you know what? She has a point. You know what? I never realized that I wasn't loving him completely. You know? And to me, the test in whether or not you love somebody completely, and by completely, I definitely mean emotional, right? Because love is an emotion. So if you love somebody emotionally, that's loving them completely. However, complete love and unconditional love is different. Unconditional love is just a flavor of love, where, you know, standard human conditional love is something different, right? But a simple test to figure out if you love somebody completely is if I just said to you, just take a deep breath, right? And I'm going to ask the question, okay, let me just ask the question. Do you love this person that you're thinking about? For those of you who really love this person, your heart would have glowed or lit up or bursted, right? For those of you who don't really love your person or love them on a psychological or mental or whatever have you, on a level other than emotion, for those of you, you thought about it or you had an answer for me, right? Yeah, I love him if he'd do this. Yeah, I love her if she wasn't such a liar. You know what I mean? Like, you had a reaction to it that was more mental than emotional. And that was a simple test, okay? Now, the last card, the last row here is it career? Career and finance. So let's see what God, Angels, Universe has for you. Ooh, lake, stillness. I love this. I love this. Right? This to me says, let me try to squeeze that in. And I constantly move my cards around. It's just something to do, something I do as a reader, that's all. Stillness. Sorry, a lot of information. Wow. Have you figured out what it is that you want? Do you know what it is that you want to do with your life? I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to stop and stay and really, really, really give time, effort, and attention to what you want to be doing in your career. I do kind of feel like you, Leo, definitely you have to be in some sort of managerial lead, powerful position just because of who you are deep down in your bones. Okay? And also at the same time, you could work in a neonatal department at a hospital, but at the end, like I said, you could be the lead, you know, nurse or the lead surgeon or the lead somebody, right? Because again, that's just your energy, Leo. All right. But in order to figure that out, I do feel like you need to take some time and really, really, really give some effort and attention to it. You know what I mean? Sorry, I had another thought come in, but you guys have to figure that out. The angels just said to me the shotgun approach. They have the shotgun approach, as in, oh, I could do this, or I could do that, or let me look up this, or let me, you know, this quick, fast, and in a hurry decision, and we don't want that for you. We actually want you to give some time and effort to it. Not only that, but the lake and stillness also represents what are you going to do for the long term, right? You know, those hot decisions or those quick decisions. Oh, I can be a nurse. Well, we want you to ask yourself, okay, could you see yourself retiring from being a nurse? Could you see yourself being, you know, a CEO or the president of a telecommunications company? Could you see yourself doing that over the next 10, 20, 30 years, right? Stop looking at, say, for instance, these quick decisions or these quick options that yield, you know, temporary decisions, temporary, I'm not going to say satisfaction, but temporary results, right? Because if you just, y'all know, like I know, you jump into something too quick, guess what? You're going to have to jump out of it just as quick. Okay? Next card is childhood innocence. I just said a person in a neonatal ward. The angels are saying to me, do something that's close to your heart that you love. I heard on a radio once when I had just moved to Georgia, somebody posed the question, what is it that you would do for free? As in if you never got paid for it, but you will wake up every day and do that job. So that to me also relates to childhood and innocence, right? Like what speaks to you? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? You know what I mean? What brings you joy? What do you feel good about when you go home at night? Like, dang, I did a good job. Or dang, I was glad I was there to help. Or dang, you know, I love my job. You know, the average person does not love their jobs, by the way. Last card is Lotus Flower and Unfoldment. Yes. Look at this in your career sector, right? You have stillness, innocence, and then unfoldment. So it's almost like if you just kind of stop and stay and chill and just allow your inner child to speak to you about what it is that you wanted to do. What I'm also hearing is that for a lot of you guys, when you were a child, you might have been like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be this. I want to be a police officer. I want to be a mailman. I want to be a pilot, right? Go back to that voice and lend energy to that voice, and then watch the universe kind of open it up for you, right? Through law of attraction, right? As in, watch how the universe just synchronistically bring you to it. Wow, that's deep. Last card here. I just said it. The universe will bring it to you. That's DNA and karma. Whoever you're meant to be, it's already inside of you. If you want to be a singer and you can't sing, maybe you're a songwriter. You know what I mean? Maybe you're a backup singer versus a lead singer. Maybe you're a sound engineer versus a singer themselves. Okay, so I just kind of feel like once you actually open it up, put it out there, the universe is going to synchronistically, like I said, bring it back to you and connect you with it through law of attraction. Okay, I'm also going to start doing some freestyle stuff. I don't need cards to read, but these are just intuitive messages that are just coming to me. I do hear discontent. I really do feel like some of you guys are bored, just downright bored with your life. And of course, I'm going to blame COVID, right? Because COVID like wiped out so many human connecting activities, right? But I kind of feel like even if COVID wasn't here, you would still be bored. Maybe not as bored, but you would still be bored. What I'm also hearing from some of you too is, yeah, I know I could do anything. I know I want to be a nurse, or I could do this and that and the other, but I'm struggling because I don't know what's going to fulfill me. And that is where the innocence comes in, right? For some of you guys, realistically, you may actually have to go back to, if you're somebody who journaled or kept diaries or whatever have you, you could probably just go back to your childhood and just say to yourselves, okay, you know, what was it that you wanted to do, like when you graduated high school? That's a great starting point, because for the first time in our lives, right, that's exactly when we had to figure that out. You know what I mean? So maybe even go back to that time period and just start writing down all of the things that you said you wanted to do back then. And then once you start figuring out, or you start getting those answers, listen to your gut. Because your gut is basically going to say, yeah, right? Or, ooh, child, no, right? It's almost like the part of you that is God is going to speak it into existence, into the universe, or connect to it in the universe. And through karma, law of attraction, call it what you want, it's going to come right to you. Okay? Now, the other thing I do need to tell you, Leo, is because you are a mental, egotistical sign, meaning you live in the body. You live a lot of times in the body. When you are figuring this out, when you know that you have that gut feeling or that intuitive tick or whatever you want to call it, be careful about what it is that you tell yourself after that. Because I don't want you to talk yourself out of it. I don't want you to make it more difficult than it is. I don't want you to down talk yourself. Girl, you know you're too old to do that, right? That stupid talk, okay? I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be going through a career change. I'm also hearing, yeah, but if I want to be a singer, I got bills. I got to pay rent. You know what I mean? And we'll just simply say to you, let the universe figure that out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that you could quit your jobs today and go try to be Beyonce, okay? We're not saying that, okay? But start to pursue it. You know where the best singers are created and trained? In church, okay? So if y'all are Christian, if you're Baptist or whatever have you, go get you some free training lessons in church, okay? And by the way, you could do that and still work your 9 to 5 so your bills are paid. What I'm also hearing too is I'm hearing that pride come in for some of you, as in, I can't do that, or I'm too old to do that, or girl, that was just when I was younger. I ain't know no better. We're saying to you, no, there's no such thing as you didn't know any better, right? Because you're an energy being. So you always came with the instructions to do and be whomever it is that you want it to be. That's why I said to you guys, be careful about what it is that you tell yourselves, because that negative mind will set in there and start talking you out of it, which is kind of why you may be in this bored place that you are today, because your negative mind wants you to be in that bored place because that bored place is safe, right? Not only that, but that bored place is paying the bills. You know what I mean? So I'm also hearing take your time. Remember, guys, don't try to make these decisions too quick. I'm also hearing that too, that fast pace, right? They're saying slow down, not so fast. They're also telling me to tell you guys what makes your insides sing or percolate or wake up or scream or shout. If you wanted to be a skateboarder, right? You wanted to be a skateboarder, but you may be curvy and you're like, oh, I'm too big to skateboard. Honey, I've seen some big people do some things, okay? So, definitely be responsible, and at the end of the day, protect yourself and be careful, because I don't want you to think you're going to be in a Tony Hawk and you break your wrist or break your ankle, right? No, I'm not saying that. That's why this card is so important, is because you need to marinate on it. And like I said to you, remember that key message. Can you see yourself doing this for the next 20, 30 years or retiring from it? Okay? I keep hearing take your time. You guys may struggle with patience. So be careful about these kind of quote-unquote fly-by-night schemes. Now, you may say to yourself, okay, Alex, yes, I wanted to do this and I can see myself retiring out of it. Then you may wake up next week and be like, you know what? I thought about it, and although it's good and it's practical and it makes sense, it doesn't make my inside sing. That is okay. So if you spend that time marinating and then you decide, you know what? Maybe not this. Maybe not now. That's completely fine. What I want you guys to be very, very careful about is, oh yeah, I could be a nurse, or it only takes, 24 months or 18 months and I can get my CNA or whatever, right? Without any thought. Okay? So, Leo, I'm going to leave it here. I didn't mean for this reading to be that long, but I'm going to leave it here if it resonates with you guys. If you wanted to book a personal reading, my contact details are below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Love you, Leo. Bye.